Good day. We are here at the Office of Terrestrial and Maritime Boundaries at the Government Palace to gain a deeper insight to what to expect from the upcoming Delhi International Conference, which will be talking about the navigating challenges, the law of the sea and maritime dispute settlement taking place on the 15th and 16th of May. To share with us a deeper understanding into what to expect will be the executive director from the Office of Terrestrial and Maritime Boundaries, Mrs. Elizabeth Exposto. What is the main objective behind Timor-Leste's decision into hosting this international conference?
There's many. This year we're celebrating this the 10th anniversary of the establishment of the Land and Maritime Boundary Office. So this office was established 10 years ago, and with the specific mandate to negotiate Timor-Leste's maritime boundaries, and with our two neighbours, Australia and Indonesia, and we did Australia. And with Australia we had a long-standing dispute, and we were able to utilize a mechanism that, for the first time ever, when Timor-Leste initiated, that exists under UNCLOS, the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. And this process called a compulsory conciliation, and Timor-Leste initiated this process. And under this process, we were able to, which exists under the UN, we were able to resolve within 2 years, our maritime dispute with Australia, and the result was a maritime boundary treaty with Australia. And we thought, given that this is the 10th year or 10th anniversary of the establishment of this office, that it would have been an opportunity, what better way to celebrate than to have an opportunity to share Timor-Leste's experience with this process. We know that there's over 200 cases around the world that are unresolved in terms of maritime disputes. And some of them countries who are facing similar situations that Timor went through, and some of them have shown a lot of interest in wanting to hear Timor's story. How did Timor resolve this? Why did Timor decide to use the process? And what was Timor-Leste's experience? And if by sharing our experience with this process, if we can help other nations, then we're more than grateful. So this is an opportunity for us to share our experience, and also it's a good reminder of the importance of international law, to uphold international law, that there exist international mechanisms there to help resolve disputes peacefully. And I think this is a very important message now more than ever, given what's happening around the world, and that international law or international order is under threat now more than ever. And I think it's important to remind that we have international laws and values and principles that should be upheld. And this conference is an opportunity to do that.
And where's the potential benefits for Timor-Leste hosting this conference, as well as with the maritime dispute resolution? Sorry.
Again, it's an opportunity for us to share our experience with other countries, and if we can help them by sharing our experience with them, and we also providing, I think it's an opportunity because we've invited a lot of countries from the Pacific, from the G7 plus nations, from ASEAN, from CPLP nations as well, and many of them are facing similar situations, and many also maybe are challenged in terms of the resource areas, and this is an opportunity for them to not only to hear our story, but also it's an opportunity for them to come in contact with people, experts in the field of international law, not just legal experts, but practitioners in this area that they may not necessarily come in contact with. And this is if we can provide that space for them to make contacts and establish contact that could help them with their situation, then that's a benefit I see for all of us. And again, it's a reminder to the world how important the importance of upholding international law as well.
Okay. And what are some of the outcomes or any key messages that you hope will emerge from this conference?
Well, one of the key messages is that before under international law or under law, every nation is equal. It doesn't matter if you're big or strong. Timor-Leste is a classic example. We're a small nation, and we were able to resolve with our bigger, larger neighbor, and because international law treats us all equally. So that's an important message. That's why one of the reasons why we should uphold international law. So this is a conference to remind us of the importance of international law, which is why we're very honored and privileged to have the president of the International Tribunal of Law of the Sea as our keynote speaker at this very important conference.
With the key highlights on the Delhi International Conference being shared by the Executive Director, we hope for the best for the outcomes from the conference that will be held on the 15th and 16th. Reporting from the Government Palace, I'm Digna for Tatoli.